Gave him a beautiful apartment, nice. For the first 3 months, he still slept in the woods. The house was just, I can't speak for him. I don't know what it was just, but it was just too much for him. He couldn't, the calm, the peace, the solitude, the comfort was uncomfortable.
Mental Health Monday.
Mental Health Monday.
The concept of, I don't think I like my body to be too relaxed sometimes. I'd rather prefer tension.
Kind of what I was saying about the self-sabotage. I know we put it back under the rock.
Yeah.
But that's a beautiful metaphor for what I was talking about. You're more used to the tension. So the peacefulness and the calm of a bath is,
even with the
even
candles,
though it's great.
the candles, the music, the bath bombs, the Epsom salt, it never did it for me. I'd rather just lay on the ground and put a baseball in the part of like my quad that needs work and roll it out versus chilling in the bathtub.
Yeah, I always tell the story. I used to work for Pathway Homes in Virginia, which is an agency that provides housing is my other big passion, by the way.
You speak on that more.
I want to end homelessness. That's my goal. If I was president, I'm ending homelessness. We'll get there. But I always tell the story. I had a guy who was homeless for years, older guy, and we gave him a beautiful apartment, nice. For the first 3 months, he still slept in the woods. The house was just, I can't speak for him. I don't know what it was just, but it was just too much for him. He couldn't, the calm, the peace, the solitude, the comfort was uncomfortable. Yeah. And as a young up and coming clinician at that time, I didn't understand it at all. I was like, you've been homeless. We just gave you a beautiful modern apartment. It's yours to keep. Here are the keys. And you still leaving and going to sleep in the woods at night? Couldn't understand. Now I get it though. It's all about comfort.
Do you think you've gotten it because of more of the clientele that you've worked with and you started to pick up on things?
Oh yeah, 100%.
I think a lot of the habits that we observe with people and conversations that we have, we start to see how it bleeds into different parts of their lives with like different clients and people that reach out.
Definitely, yeah. And I think that the more people that I speak to, the more things connect, right? Where I'm like, okay, and then other people that have the same diagnoses, for example, I'm like, okay, yeah, it can look like this, but it can also look like this.
Yeah.
You know, I'm seeing, that's why I say I learned the bulk of what I know from actually doing and working, not from going to school and reading books. Like, sure, that was helpful as far as giving me understanding and helping me have the credentials to be able to do what I do.
Yeah.
But the bulk of my learning has been from actually seeing things up close and actually talking to real people, coming up with my own suggestions and solutions and coping skills for how to deal with things and seeing, oh, that was effective. That didn't work, you know?